Quick video, man. I feel a storm coming. I'm just gonna let some of you guys know right now is that if some of you guys got a problem with the content I'll be making, I'm just gonna let you guys know that you don't have to watch it. If you don't want to support my content, that's fine. Just unsubscribe. I've always been making certain videos, especially like SYSBM videos. I've been making SYSBM videos for years. And I've been SYSBM my whole entire life. But ever since, I started watching certain content, guys like Black Mind, Christopher Owens, etc., certain other guys, they talk about certain perspectives. They talk about subjects from a different point of view, and that's been expanding my mind. And I kind of see where these guys are coming from, and that kind of opened my mind to looking at different issues from a different perspective, especially with the interracial dating. Right, I always spent most of my life looking at the positive side of it. And I knew there was going to be some people that may not like it, but I mainly focus on the positive side and rarely focus on the negative side. But I started to focus on the negative side too, because I think it was an issue that needed to be told. And, there's guys that might have a problem with me saying that, even though I've been making videos like that, including like talking about dude bro, and how, black men get treated in the media, black misandry. I've been talking about that for a whole year. No one complained about that. But now I'm getting hostility. I'm getting some hostility. I like to say there's a method to my madness. There's a reason why I talk about this. I talk about anime. I talk about pop culture, TV shows and stuff like that, movies. And, our image, how we get treated compared to other people. I talk about that because it plays a role in life. A lot of these subjects can play a role in life and how, people view you, or just how certain images and narratives gets pushed on you. And a lot of this can be programming as well. A lot of this is low-key programming. And I invest in these particular subjects because that's what I like. And I peep game ever since I started ingraining myself with the SYSBM content, thinking black men content. All that's been, giving awareness to my mind and spreading my mind. Expanding my mind to the point where I'm starting to see certain things. I'm starting to pick up on certain things. And I wanted to tell other people what I'm picking up on. That's why I talk about this stuff. Because we talk about, black misandry and stuff, the dabble, or people hating on us and stuff like that. A lot of that is in these forms of entertainment. We talk about how, some of us want to talk about how, black men, brothers are winning out here. But you got different entities trying to apply destruction, trying to control the narratives and say otherwise. Like in these TV shows, they show a lot of brothers not winning really like that. They show brothers in inferior positions, marginalized, asexualized, homosexual, the magical Negro, or he's the sidekick, or he's just the comic relief, and that's it. While his counterpart is a three-dimensional character. There's more to his character, and that character gets development, and the comic relief guy doesn't get any development. He just stays the same the entire series or the entire movie, and that's it. It's a lot of BS that the black male image goes on in these TV shows and movies, and that includes even in some of these, animation entertainments like comic book, DC, and Marvel type of animations, and even in some animes to a degree. The stuff about, black misandry or the bullshit that we go through, it can be pointed out in some of these forms of entertainment, and that's why I make videos talking about that kind of stuff, because I wanted to point it out and get people to peek, like on Legacies, which is a spin-off of Vampire Diaries / The Originals. They got MG and Caleb. They can't get a relationship to save their life. It took them like two seasons to get a relationship, and it seems like Caleb may not even get his happy ending. And they keep cucking MG on there. He was in the friend zone with Lizzie. Then he had this attractive Asian girl that was feeling on him. He acted like he didn't want her. He wanted the blonde-headed, blue-eyed white girl. And then on the second season, when he finally decided to give her the time of day, the next episode, she cheats on the dude. Then she moves to a different school because the actress, she's on that, she's the main character on that rebooted TV show. You see how they be doing, brothers, on these TV shows? I wanted to point it out to say, yo, you talking about black misandry. It's black misandry on these forms of entertainment as well. I just want guys to be game on that, and some guys don't know. It's hidden in plain sight, and some brothers don't even know. Or some brothers self-consciously know, or some brothers do notice some things, but because there's not a lot of guys that talk about these certain subjects who don't have a platform. These guys don't have a platform to go to talk about these subjects, because not a lot of brothers on this space, on the SYSBN, or even on the Manosphere, talk about these subjects like that. That's why I get new subscribers every month. I'm not gonna say every week or every day, but at least every month I get some more subscribers. I almost got 200 subscribers. I believe I get 200 before the end of the year. And that may not be much for some people, but to me, that's a lot. I don't care if it's 200 people. I don't need 1,000 people. I just need a good 200 people to get the message out. And that can spread like wildfire. And I'm going to continue to talk about this stuff. It's some movies I haven't watched yet called Tenet. I might watch Tenet one day. And you know what? I watched a movie called Always Be My Maybe. Rand Park. He's the guy who played the dad off Fresh Off the Boat. He was on that movie. He was like the main character and some other Asian female. It started off as like friends, childhood friends. Then they got close to each other. They even had sex with each other, and things fall apart. They had an argument. They separated. They've been living their life for the past 18 years after moving on with their lives, and then they finally meet. And it was based about old friends getting back together after 18 years of moving on with their life. It was like a romantic movie. Keanu Reeves was on there too. That dude was something else, man. I ain't even gonna lie. But it was an interesting movie. And I peeped so much game just by watching. Look, you can peep it's so much stuff in these TV shows hidden in plain sight, and brothers don't even know, or brothers do. They do know this, but it's nobody's talking about this. Some of these brothers don't have a platform to go to listen to guys who feel the same way they do talk about these subjects. Yo, it's so much black culture in that movie. It's not even funny, bro. It was black culture all in that Asian movie, and then this dude had an Asian girlfriend with dreads. Really, really. And then the dude. I'm spoiling the movie. It is what it is. Y'all probably ain't even gonna watch it anyways. But Rand Park's character, his mother passed away when they was 18, about 18. When his character was about 18, his mom passed away, and he's about 30, in his early 30s, still living with his dad. But they in business together. They have a business together. They go around fixing air conditioners and stuff like that. Little father son business. But in the movie, around like the second half of the movie, you find out that Rand Park's character's dad, he's dating somebody. He finally started this dating. He finally I can't even get it out, man. He finally decided to start dating. Years after his wife died. And guess who he's dating? He's dating a ebony female, right? I'm like, really? Wow, bruh. I peep so much game, man, because I watch other TV shows and I'm noticing certain patterns. I'm like, okay, because I watched that that reboot series, that reboot TV show on Kung Fu. I ain't gonna lie, I like the show. It ended pretty well. It's pretty decent writing. It's good to me. But I noticed that the main character, Nikki Shin, she has a gay brother, right? And guess who her gay brother is dating? A gay ebony man. An LGBT brother. They together, and then he finally meet the parents. And guess what? When the brother finally meets Nikki Shin's brother's parents, there's really no hostility. They accepting straight up the rip. I'm like, okay, wow, man, I peeped so much game. So what you trying to say? You only gonna be accepting of a brother if he a homosexual instead of heterosexual? That's how you feel? Is that how you feel though? Really? And then on this movie, Always Be My Maybe, the main character's dad, after all those years after his wife died, he finally decides to date again, and then he's dating an ebony female. And again, there's no hostility. The main character was like, "Why didn't you let me know, Dad?" And the dude's dad was like, "Yo, he got like a thing for Diana Ross, and the chick kind of looked like Diana Ross, so he dating her." I'm like, whoa, really, bruh? So what you trying to say? You only accepting when? Oh, so it's okay for an ebony female to go that route. You won't be so hostility when it comes to a ebony female or a gay ebony male. But what about the heterosexual male, bro? Because on Black Lightning, Anissa Pierce, yeah, aka Thunder, she's an LGBT character, a black LGBT character, and she's like that in the comic books, anyways. But she's dating Grace, Asian female, LGBT character. No hostility. She was basically an orphan, so she didn't really have any parents. But everybody's accepting. No hostility. They lovers. They eventually get married in the series, and they showed them as lovers. They had their ups and downs in season 4, but they got they worked through it. So they showed a strong loving relationship between the LGBT ebony female and the LGBT Asian female. Now you go to, I'm starting to know it's a pattern. Now, if you watch the TV show Nancy Drew on CW, they got the brother Nick Nicholson, and they got the Asian chick Georgie. Now the brother was kind of struggling in the season 1 because he didn't have nowhere to stay. He was homeless. He got out of prison for something that he probably didn't even do. You know, they got to do a brother like that. He had a background going to jail for something. Really. But he was, living in and out of people's houses. Well, one person's house. They was some kind white folk. But they was moving, so he had to find somewhere else to stay. And Georgie let her stay at her house. She was still living with her mom at the time. Then, damn, the mom, her Asian mom, act like she didn't want to do was stay there. So they let him stay there for a few days, and then it got to a point where he just had to move out because, damn, the mom was kind of tripping, and she was kind of tripping, saying, "Look, these boys only want one thing. You're not thinking with your head. You're thinking with your meow." Like, wow. So when it comes to heterosexual brothers, bruh, all the hostility. And then it was on episode on season 2 is when, Nick, he finally confronts Georgie on, why you don't post those on social media? I know you post pictures on social media and your family be responding. Why you don't ever post pictures of us or me on there? Are you ashamed? You let your family know you dating a black man? And this brother became successful. He managed through all the stuff he been through, he managed to own a restaurant. He owned a business, a restaurant that everybody work in. And he's like a millionaire in season 2. Proud of the brother, though. And she couldn't really say nothing. And then around the end of the episode, she finally, they finally talked about it. And then she took a picture of her kissing Nick and put it on social media. Now, on season 3, which I'm waiting for, they might just have Nick get introduced to Georgie's family. Georgie might just finally introduce Nick to the family. So I can't wait for that. I'm waiting on that, bro. I'm waiting on. Oh, it's getting real spooky. It's getting real spooky. This is what I'm saying, though. I'm noticing certain patterns, and dudes telling me almost every day that, yo, man, I see what you're saying. I've been feeling this way too. And then they be giving me extra stuff to go off on. Yo, I noticed this. People talking about they appreciate what I'm doing on the opposite end. So, I can't just be complaining, doing this, that, and the third. I'm just saying, though, at the end of the day, this is made of all love, man. I'm just trying to get the message out there. Don't kill the messenger. Hey, people don't like my message. Hey, you don't gotta watch my videos. You can just unsubscribe, and that it's Gucci. And I don't even make videos consistently like that. I just make videos when something comes to mind. That's really when I make videos. It just depends on how I feel. I might make 2-3 videos and then take a month or 2 months off. What's the last time I made a video? I ain't make a video in like a month. Or maybe a few weeks. Oh no. Somewhere. But this is all I gotta say, man. And you know what? Let me get a PS. I know I mentioned legacies, right? How MG heterosexual, he finally give this Asian girl time of day, and then the next episode she cheats on him. Y'all see the pattern? The heterosexual brothers, they going through all types of hostility, but the ebony female, even the LGBT alphabet ebony female or alphabet ebony male, they're not getting the short end of the stick. They're actually getting good process and less hostility, or no hostility at all. Analyze the pattern. Even in Karate Kid, bro, Jaden Smith Karate Kid, he was getting some hostility from the dudes. He had this Asian girl, right? She was showing him all types of kindness and stuff like that. And then he getting all types of hostility from the guys. Y'all notice the pattern? Because I noticed. Oh yeah. The Man with the Iron Fist, starring RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan. The Man with the Iron Fist. He was with this attractive Asian girl in that movie, but she got killed off. She got took away from him, killed off around the end of the movie. You see the pattern? Hell, even Afro Samurai. I haven't even seen Afro Samurai yet. Dude's telling me about Afro Samurai. Yo, he got his girl taken away. Because I made a video about, in the media, black misandry, either they feed him scraps, they'll feed a black man scraps, or they do give him a really, really attractive female, for the most part, they'll take her away from him. They'll write some type of goofy or if the way to take her away was by saying like the relationship didn't work out or she got killed off, something like that. Yo, they did Afro Samurai like that. And I kind of low-key, now to think about it, I kind of low-key see it in Samurai Jack. Because Samurai Jack got some love at the end. Even the Scotsman, the swordsman, the Scotsman swordsman, he got love and he got some kids in the last season. They full adult kids, and the black guy on Samurai Jack, the samurai, he's somewhere old working as a bartender. He ain't got no kids or anything. So I kind of peeped that though on Young Justice, right? No black guy really, Black Lightning, no black guy really had a relationship with a female. They took a complete 180 on Aqualad. Yeah, he's Aquaman now on the third season of Young Justice, but they did a complete 180. He was into this female and she got killed off. He got cut. He was into this female, but it turns out she was into Garth. They was kind of dating. So that was kind of disappointing. That was a middle finger to the black dude, to the black man. And then on the third season, he did a complete 180. They turned him to a alphabet character. They ain't kissing a dude, bro. Come on, bro. Really? And now Static Shock complaining about not having no girlfriend. They ain't really using Static Shock. He ain't getting no development. They got Cyborg, the angry black man, and then they got Black Lightning on. He getting love from a female. I forgot her name, Dr. Stewart or something. But she was just manipulating the dude. He was getting played the whole entire time. Yeah, he got them cheats, but can you really count that though? And he divorced. And yo, I know how people kind of making a meme about Black Lightning because he fought against Livewire, and then she said, "Go ahead and shoot me with electricity," and he was like, "You never had Black Lightning before." he weared her out with that Black Lightning. No pun intended, guys. People made a meme about that. Wow. But then even in the anime, they ain't really drawing us right. like that. It's gotten better, but it's gonna take, black people to go out here and create black anime characters and do it right. If you want something right, you're gonna have to do it yourself. This is what I plan on doing. And I don't low key like when they doing with Chester on the Flash, cause it's like everybody has a girlfriend, everybody has a relationship except for Chester. And it's kind of low key, but I kind of think they're setting up Chester and Allegra become Endgame or something like that. I hope so, because it's still kind of in the middle. Are they going to be a potential pair, a potential ship, or are they just, just good friends with each other like that? It's kind of in the middle. I hope they pair them out, because they got some good chemistry together. They really do. I hope they don't do my boy like that. I hope so. I actually like Chester. He a good kid. I know he was kind of tacky. I'm not gonna say annoying, but tacky, because they kind of made him a mumbling, stumbling fool when they first introduced him on the Flash. He didn't know how to keep his mouth closed. Kept on talking and stuff, and not getting to the point. But they made his character better. He just needed some development. I like what they're doing with his character. They giving him development by giving him more experience. It's being the tech guy, the smart guy that's going to give the team some ideas and help the team solve equations to get through the problems. Stuff like that, like Cisco used to do. He's there to replace Cisco, but he's really his own character. I hope they do some justice in that season. I think this season was actually good when it comes to like developing characters. In terms of developing, this is actually a solid season. But when it comes to the action, I say it was trash. Yeah, the fighting scene, the choreography were not that great in the season. The action was not that great. It's a good season if you like character development. But other than that, it wasn't that great. I give it like a C plus. I give it a B minus just for the development alone. Character development. They developed Chester, Allegra, and Killer Frost. A lot of people got development, but notice the patterns. That's all I wanted to say. Hey, if no one likes what I'm doing, y'all free to unsubscribe. And I'm out.